Definitely real, boy. Yeah. Trying to get this loot anyway. Hey, yo, Queens, get the money. Long time, no cash.
I have given it much thought. It seems disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men. We must expand, get more pupils, so that the knowledge will spread.
Should the ball foul? No. Anthony for three. Bang! Finds Barrett. Get a shot up. This is for the win.
We gotta lay cool. We tired of being cool, man. Every time we turn around, you telling us to be cool. Shit, man, we tired. The same thing, be cool. We be too cool, we gonna lose.
We do it for the love of the game. We do it for the love of the game.
Yo, it's your boy Hard Will, aka Will, chilling with my bro. You already know from the 4-0 Worldwide L, aka the Chef, and our new host, Babe Chanel. You already know what's good,
What
y'all.
it do?
Back in the building for another episode of For the Love of the Game.
For sure.
Who gonna get the bomb today? No, we listening out for the boom, boom, boom. Who gonna mess up today? We looking out for that. We making the bloopers, y'all. We gonna make a bloopers of all the funniest moments of For the Love of the Game, from back shows to new shows. What's good though, y'all? How y'all been since the last show?
Good.
Been good. Been good.
Mm-hmm.
Been good. Busy, but
How was Queen's Day?
Oh, Queen's Day was dope. I ain't see Corey Lee, so I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, word.
He did call me though. So, and I missed his phone.
It was
call
so crowded, probably you couldn't see everybody.
Man, there's so many people I didn't see. That's the whole thing. I didn't see, so I had to pop out in the park.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got there, we set up like away from it, like everybody else was set up. But like I said,
where was Queen's Day at?
In
Out in Atlanta.
Oh, I thought
Queens is big, right? Yeah, Queens all over Atlanta.
And I'm not BSing. It was give or take. It was definitely over 2,000 people there.
Wow,
it was a lot.
Just in Atlanta.
Just in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Every
year. I think this is the second. This is the second one.
It started a couple of years ago, but this is probably the second biggest one. Last year being the first. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I didn't make it to last year one. They kept changing the venue spot. So it was like it was gonna be over here and it's gonna be over there. And that day I think it was hot that day. And I think that's why I didn't go. Because out here in October it's hot. So I didn't go last year. And did I go the year before? Nope. I went the year before that. That's when it started with a basketball tournament. That's how it started. It started with a basketball tournament beside Grant Park, some small park, just playing ball. And then cats was coming out there selling their stuff, and it got bigger and bigger. And this past one, I mean, it had vendors, people selling stuff. The vendors was like probably, I don't know, maybe a block long of people selling stuff.
Wow.
Total. Yeah, it was a lot of people.
I never been a Farrock Day either.
Just at the Bayswater Day, was at the Function in the Junction.
Yeah,
that'd be lit. You'll see people that you know from way back when you go to that.
Wow, I'm probably
Far Rock Day be. I mean, some stuff ain't like this year. I felt about Atlanta, like Queen's Day. Like I don't want to pay. Like I told Al, he's not getting on a plane to come to something that's going on here because it's not that. It was convenient for him. If I would have been that close, I would have went.
What you speaking to? Because I'm hearing
my
chatter.
That's what I was
Check
going
your
to ask you.
settings.
Maybe if you put your what's the names in, if you got headsets, you could put it in. I think that's coming from Beige a little bit. That's not me. I got my earpiece and I'm using my mic. You got earbuds, Chanel?
Not right
Beige?
here. They in the car.
Okay. Or they in the car. I
Yeah.
mean, all right, you good. If we just keep hearing it, I could fix it from here. Let me see something. You just gotta fix your mic settings. See right here, you gotta reduce background. Yeah. All right. That's why I went and got this. So next time you have that, it's nothing. Because when you talking, you hearing through the same thing. That's what that be. So if it's in your ear only hear it, and then you talking straight through. You know what I'm saying? And on the settings, you got the thing. But yeah, I'm not getting on a plane to do that, even though for 2,000 people there, business wise, that would be a good look for like merchandising. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that, but traveling, the weight of the bags that you got to bring, it's something you got to plan for, you know. And that's why I use
Yeah.
Ella's example, because we talked about this. It's like, you know how stuff be going on here, he want to come, but it's not worth it. It's too much when you got to do what you got to do. Just jump on the plane to go. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot of stuff here. Like, he probably want to come, but he is not. And I'm the same way. I'm not gonna go just to go. You know what I'm saying? To games and stuff close to me, I'm gonna spend the money on that. Really,
Like these
and
two,
that's what we
September,
into.
October, I think is the cheapest months to fly too. You know, because I seen flights was coming out here, was cheap.
Mhm.
And I know I got my
Word.
flight to New York was cheap, so they was less than $100. I just caught a round trip ticket to New York for $118.
Word.
So
Well, it sounded like it was a good time in Atlanta, meeting up with some rock folk. That's real dope. All right, y'all. Let's
Yeah.
get into this NFL.
All right.
All
Right. Get
right.
right into it.
Let's
Let's
get right
go.
into it. All right.
Let's
So
go.
basically, what I got is the NFL top 10 teams that's going into week 6. This is my picks, top 10. I'm gonna start from 10 and I'm gonna go on down to 1. I got the Jags at 10. They're 3-2. They just beat the Bills, who are actually 3-2 as well. The Bills game was 25-20, and they got the Colts coming up. That's my 10 pick. At 9, I got Tampa Bay, the Bucks. They
do you got the
3-1.
Jags beating the Colts? Do you got the Jag? Who you got winning that game? The Jags or the Colts?
I got the Jags winning that. I got the Jags winning that for sure. For sure. You got to take on that.
Nah, I'm just saying that maybe they're going. I could see the Jags winning that game, taking that momentum from beating Buffalo and taking it. But they at home against the Colts, or they got to go to Indianapolis. Where they at?
Nah, I'm not. I didn't even check that out on where they playing at. I just don't think the Colts can beat the Jags at this point. Not with that momentum, like you said, coming from the Bills, 25-20 win. Yeah, no.
That was a big win for them.
Well, you got to take on that.
No, I don't have a take. I didn't see that game.
Okay.
I didn't see that game.
All right, word. So I got the Bucks. They 3-1. They had a bye last week. That's why they're 3-1. And they got the Lions coming up. They're at number 9 for me, the Bucks. And the Lions are actually a 4th pick for me. So that game right there is gonna be a tough game. I'm gonna go with the Lions on that one though.
Lions look good last weekend for sure.
The Lions look good.
They look
for
good
sure.
last weekend for sure.
I'm gonna get to them, but they won 42-24 against the Panthers. So
Even when you bet on football, I noticed that, and I heard like people who give picks out always use this word. It's like you got to find a low hanging fruit on the tree, and what that means is like when you be attracted by those games that you think is automatically a win, and that's how I've been losing. That's how I've been losing lately. Like those are the setup games. So I'm just giving advice to people who bet. Like, and when you lose on the ticket by one game, that's why you losing, because that's the low hanging fruit you're supposed to put on your ticket in that spot, which is like we speaking of the Lions or certain teams like that don't stand out when you look at the games on Sunday. You got to know how to look between the teams that you expect to win and find those low-hanging fruit teams that's gonna win, like how you mentioned the Lions or certain teams that you got on your list, is those teams that you gotta look out for. It sounds like me. Let me go out and come back in.
All right.
What you think?
What's your take? What's your take on that, L?
It's coming through both. So like when you speak hard, if I mute her, it'll stop rattling. So
what's your take on that, L?
Yeah, the Lions been looking good. I know they're going to Tampa. They're going into Tampa Bay. It's a road game. Two teams that's wasn't really supposed to make too much noise this year. So, hey, ride the momentum, Lions.
Right.
They haven't won. They have never won. So always root for the Lions.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, I got 8. The Seahawks at 8. They're 3-1 because they also had a bye last week. And they got the Bengals coming up.
I got the Bengals winning that one. They got to go into Cincinnati.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe Burrow playing. As long as Joe Burrow playing, you talk about a team that just removed. They 2 years removed from the Super Bowl. So you got to keep that in mind. Like the Bengals is a Super Bowl contending team.
I understand that, but the Seahawks is on a whole nother level of playing right now.
They definitely they shouldn't even be where they at right now. They not even trying. They really setting it up for that quarterback to come in the game. They just trying to get him ready to. That's the kind of season they prepared for. They was really trying to get that quarterback, ready to take over for once Geno Smith go down.
Right. Okay. All right. Surprisingly, this year, them Cowboys, I got them at number 7. Cowboys coming at number 7.
How we sounding now? We sound better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I got them boys coming in. I got them boys that the Dallas Cowboys coming at number 7. They're 3-2 on this season. They got a bye this week, but they got the Chargers next Monday for Monday Night Football. I think they needed that bye after that 42-10 loss against the Niners. Cowboys coming in at number 7. Yeah.
They needed that break.
I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers winning that game.
Okay, L. Remind me never to use your FanDuel as a.
Yeah, I win.
Surprisingly, I ain't gonna call it luck if he did it more than once. If he say it, that's why I said the other day I should have called him, because those are the people, like I said, will pick the low hanging fruit. Like
the
how
fruit
he said them.
The fruit.
That's why he said them, because look on the bet on the FanDuel, they're gonna have points. And it'd be like once they start scoring and then they get at the end, that team ain't covering. They got you. Right. You fell for it.
And they got to go to
San Diego. That's better than that team, right? They're gonna win, but they're not winning by that spread. So when you put them for money line, they're not even giving you enough payout. You got to keep picking teams that might not cover money line. Get what I'm saying?
Word.
That's the gimmick. So when you get good at picking the low hanging fruit, you don't gotta worry about that. Or this what I do. I go 3-3-3 and put 50. You get it? So you're going 3 NFL, 3 NBA, 3 hockey or baseball. You substitute one of them teams and get 3-3-3. Ooh. That's a 9-pick $50 headband. I done smacked them like that. Because 3 hockey teams that's going to win. Tampa, Toronto, you could pick them. And you ain't going to lose every night. You're going to lose a couple times. But when you hit, that's way more than you put out there. Think about it. So
that's real.
That's how you clean up on that. I just dropped the serious jewel if y'all want to eat. I eat. I eat good off my sports knowledge. Trust me when I tell you. And the basketball is coming back. Oh, Lord. Shout out to B.E.T. in the building, man. He done popped up. Look.
What's good?
What? Who is the pretty lady?
Wow.
What's up, Dad?
William James. Shout out to B.E.T.
That's our new host, Dad. She look familiar? Shout out to my dad in the building, the big B.I. If y'all know, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? L know B.I. He used to coach. L, your dad, this L, we talked about this before. He had the cast on. Remember way back. He still talk about that story. He shot the free throw. Dad, my dad probably remember. He got a good memory.
He
said,
always
yo,
remember.
yeah.
Word.
For all them seeing all of them was at Queens Day too, right?
Word.
Yeah, I ran into all of them.
Yo, mad people was there. I saw the pictures. Yo, it was.
I'm gonna leave and come back, y'all.
Okay. Remember what I told you? If you got a chance, just run it. Let me tell her real quick. Yeah. Who else I saw there? I saw. Who else I saw? Oh, you said Onyx, right? Oh, we got to handle that too. We got to get that interview. Tell us about that, Al. Talk about your experience with your chefing that you did that day, and you know how you told me the story how Sticky Fingers remembered your name because how good your food was. Tell the fans and shout out to everybody that just pulled up. Hit the like button and write something in the chat. Let us know who you are so we could give you a shout out, or whatever the case may be. Yo, I was about to call, babe.
Yeah, I got the phone call. Once I got the phone call.
Babe, I was gonna say if you get time, you can run and get your things. I think that's what it is. And then once you connect those,
no, see, it's fine now.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you good? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, babe.
What was y'all talking about?
Yeah, you gonna catch in right now, because we was talking about his experience again. Because when I mentioned Dad made me think about it. Because when I saw the pictures of Queens Day, we ain't gonna stay long on this. He just gonna tell a quick story. When I saw the pictures of Queens Day and I saw Father MC, you know, my dad was cool. Dad was cool with Father MC.
Yeah.
So that's what made me think about all the pictures I saw. And Ella's a chef, and he actually cooked. And he told me a story. I'm gonna let him tell it, but it was a dope story. You network and you meet people that don't remember your name, and that's why I think it's a dope story because he cooked that good. Dude actually remembered him like that. Go ahead, tell the story real quick.
So I got the call to do the party. So one of the parties that was going on during that week, it was a couple of parties. So I got the call to do the Father MC, Onyx, Positive K, Kenny Burks. Who else performed that night? Somebody else. If I forgot, my bad. I know you had a bunch of special guests was in the building. You know, Marquand Smith from Godfather Harlem. Was in the building that night, so he came back there. He made sure he checked in, said what's up to the bro. Yeah. So I'm in. You know, we was in the kitchen. I got the call to do that party. So we cooking, and then I had somebody say, "Yo, who made this? Yo, who's LT?" So I said, "You know, I'm LT, but I know who it is. Sticky Fingers." So he like, "Yo." You know, he started cursing. I don't want to curse and start going into profanity, but he wanted me to make some more fish and stuff like that. So we chopped it up, took a couple of pictures and stuff like that. So the next day, Saturday in the park, you know, I got the puppy with me. So we walking through the park. So I see Sticky Fingers again. So I said, LT, back on your ass. And he's, hey, LT, my guy. So he started telling everybody, yo, that's my man, LT. You know how he talk with his raspy voice.
Yeah. That's dope.
So,
yeah, that's
so
a
he
dope
just said,
experience.
hit him up. You know, he'll come on the show, show y'all guys some love and things of that nature. Just hit him up. That's what he said.
Yeah, I was there networking too for the show because that's dope. Like you meet people, and then now what was dope to me about it, I meet a lot of people. You gotta leave a memorable moment, kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? To make people kind of remember who you are. And that's what he did through his cooking. That's his business. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was dope. And Sticky will remember if he ever hit him up now, like to come pop out.
Facts.
And I think that's how you make connections. That's a dope story. All right, moving right along. That's what we was talking about when you stepped away, babe.
I went into Father MC too. So Father show love.
Yeah, shout out to Father.
Shout out to Father MC.
Yes, sir. And it's crazy, yo. I just heard something crazy. I want to say this real quick. You remember the whole situation that happened with Taxstone in the club? And he just got arrested and got the time for all that stuff. No, I'm sorry. I'm mixing up cases. It was a case with Puffy. I was just listening to it when Gene Deal was telling a story where it was, I don't know if it was the big case where people got stampeded on. Even though I know we're going to talk about hip hop, I just don't want to forget. Father MC's girlfriend got stampeded on, rest in peace, and she passed away, and she was pregnant. Wow. And Gene Deal told the story on an interview when they was talking about what really happened when people were stampeding and all that, because the lady grabbed all the money and ran in the room and it was like people got trapped. And she was one of the people that he said, come to find out, it was Fall MC girlfriend, and she was pregnant. We picked her up and tried to carry her and save her, but she died. He said another dude died that was 6'4". He was such and such security guard. He said it don't matter how big you was that night. He said people that was 6'4" got stampeded and passed away. I was like, oh my God. But when he mentioned father, I feel like Favre is connected with us, like, because even L know Favre, so it kind of touched me. Because I'm like, damn, I know Favre had to deal with that on his own, because that wasn't, back then, it wasn't publicized. Things wasn't talked about. It was just something he probably had to deal with in private. Just take that loss, and he lost a child in that travesty. You know what I mean? It was a riot, and it was a concert which people got stampeded on. And rest in peace to her. I just wanted to mention that because that was a crazy story to me. And it just made me think about how everybody is connected. Like Puffy used to be Favre's dancer. Just think about that shit. That shit is crazy. We're going to talk more about hip-hop later, and we'll get more back into that because that's more toward the end of the show. Make sure y'all stay because we're going to talk about the Tupac thing a little bit and the Birdman Gilly. But go ahead, sis. Yeah, babe.
All right. Shout out to J Bug. I appreciate it.
Shout out J Bug in the building.
Good Bugs.
Definitely. For sure. Let's get back to my NFL top 10 teams going into week 6. I was up to number 6, which is the Buffalo Bills, who are 3-2. They lost to the Jags 25-20, and they got the Giants coming up next.
What you want to hear my pick on this one?
With them Bills?
I got the Giants winning. Shout out Tyrod Taylor. New starting quarterback for the Giants going into this week.
Shout out
got
Tyrod.
The Giants beating the
He's
Bills.
starting?
757.
He's
757 finest. Tyrod.
Now if Daniel Jones start, they're gonna get the floor mopped with them. But if Tyrod Taylor go out there and start,
but how you going?
He used to play.
I'm thinking you got some news I don't got. I'm thinking you got some news I don't got. Like, I'm thinking that's breaking news because you saying he's starting, and then you saying if
today. But anything can happen.
Okay, so
Wednesday. So I read that Tyrod Taylor's going to start. He's going to start this. What they play Sunday night. He's going to start this Sunday, and he's going up against the Bills, his former team. So mind you, he's not too far removed from that team, from that squad that's there right now playing. I got the Giants winning that game.
The Bills just lost in London or wherever they was.
They lost to the
Giants winning that game.
That was a setup game. That was another setup game.
Why was that a setup game?
Because when you look at the Sunday football, people got up early to put that on a bet sheet thinking that the Bills was a guaranteed win. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bills was cooking. You look at the week before they won. I think they took an early loss to somebody, but they was playing good football, and we didn't expect them to lose like that. Even if they lose, they like people expected them to supposed to cover. Think about what I'm saying. And they lost.
Yes and no, because the Jags had
that's
the same
a money
record,
line.
So
no, but I'm talking about, like, for instance, like the Jags had points. So if you put money line on the Jags, that means you knew that, and a lot of people didn't do that, and that's why I'm trying to point out how the line try to trick you.
Yeah,
if they beat them, that means if you took the points, you was way good. You might as well always take the points. That's a better tip too. Always take the points. If they give you the
money
points,
line on the Jags.
how much money you lost because you didn't have that half a point?
We're not going to discuss
how much
that.
money?
I
wasn't saying you. No, that ain't to you. I'm saying because I'm a better. I'm saying that I take the point because I win money off that little 0.5 and be laughing, and lost money when I was like being greedy. And when you're trying to win something, you can't be greedy. It's like saying you rather give away $300 because you want $5, but you're not gonna get the $5 for being greedy.
Right.
That's all what that's saying. When you can win 2 days in a row and have 6. So that's really the knowledge to that part of it. You gotta know how that it's tricky. But they fooling everybody. Like I said, people got up early to put that game. That's why I said that's a fool you game. And they didn't even come nowhere to covering because they lost outright.
Absolutely. All right, I got number 5, the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 4-1. They beat the Vikings 27-20. And they got the Denver Broncos tomorrow at 8:15.
Easy. They might bench.
Yo,
Russell
Paris
Wilson tomorrow
Duggar,
night.
salute to you, and we appreciate you, and you have a great basketball mind as well. And we getting right into that after this couple minutes left in football, because we just trying to run the show a little different and build a fan base talking about different things. But the Knicks is going to be a serious thing about like what seed they could be and stuff like that. We getting into that next. Appreciate you. Shout out to Paris Duggar. Good to see you.
Shout out Paris Duggar.
So
yeah,
that was
with the Chiefs. They might against the Broncos. They might bench Russell Wilson. It might be the last we see of Russell Wilson.
God, he looks bad.
That team looks bad. He looks bad.
Any team that look worse than the Jets, bro, or the Giants. I ain't trying to down your team because I'm gonna say the Giants too. To be fair, I can't kick nobody because my team ain't looking like shit. To be honest, neither is your team. Neither is your team. Don't try to sit over there like y'all commanding something.
Wait, that's what I'm about to say. I was getting ready to say that.
You not. Go ahead, my bad.
We all sitting here and all of our teams suck. It's crazy.
Speak for yourselves. Speak for yourselves.
Speak for yourselves.
Speak for yourselves.
I knew it.
Don't throw my team in there with the teams.
I knew
he got a problem. Yo, he got a problem.
Listen, my future don't look like y'all future. So
what future got to do with that?
What you mean? My team, we got a top 5 defense. So you got a top 5 defense. You're always going to be
I got you.
Okay,
I see what you're saying now.
Right?
My bad.
So
I see what you're saying. Okay.
You got a top 5 defense. You are always going to be in the game. Always.
Okay.
That's how it works.
All right. So basically,
yo, bro, your team is in a bad position, bro. And let me tell you why. Since you want to say that, let me tell you why the Jets is in a bad position, bro. They waiting on a man that's old that just had a serious procedure done, talking about how fast he's going to return. Okay. So when you in that situation, it's just as bad as the Giants, like I said, because the quarterback is what's going to bring you over the hump. Yeah, you could play defense good and keep a team from really scoring a lot of points on you, which I give the Jets a lot of credit for that. But they not going to win a lot of games like that because you got to score the football. And when your quarterback can't throw the football, they just sit in the thing and your man Hall can't do his thing. When it's a balance, when they could throw, that's why a quarterback, what's that dude name that came out? The dude got hurt the other day. What team was that? Oh, man. Quarterback was doing this thing. I think it was on, I want to say Green Bay. And the sub came in. And they said, this guy's the guy that all the players go to ask questions to. And he came out there and cooked. And the reason why he cooked was because he made simple passes and they mixed it up where they was running and they were throwing. And if he's an unknown dude, he looked like he got a long beard. He looked like one of them caveman type dudes where he ain't even expect to play. If he could do that and them type of dudes can't do that, bro, that's bad. They got to go a whole different direction for a quarterback. It's too many good quarterbacks in college that could make the Jets look great and the Giants. But the Giants got more problems as far as what they need, though. You know what I mean? Than just the quarterback, because the line and that joke they said about the Giants need 8 Mississippi and all that. For that's true. We have a real problem right now, bro. Seriously,
Mississippi. It's only 3.
They need 8 Mississippi before they could rush our quarterback. That's what they said, and I agree.
Well, listen, the only thing I say that you got wrong is when you said that they was waiting for Aaron Rodgers. They're not waiting for Aaron Rodgers. They have no choice. They have no choice.
That's waiting. How you break down waiting and still waiting?
The thing is, I mean, they have no choice. He got injured. It's not like they waiting for him to get.
You can't say they're not waiting if you're saying they have no choice. They waiting.
Yeah,
waiting is waiting. Bro, if you
like
waiting on the list or you waiting on the line, you still waiting.
Did they wave the white flag? No.
I didn't say that.
Continue, right?
I said you have to move on from that because it's too. That's why I said it's too many quarterbacks.
You have to pivot
in college.
Listen, nothing wrong with the aim. You just got to change the target, right? So that's all it is. So with Aaron Rodgers going out, what you hoped and what you planned for was to get a good year under Zach Wilson watching Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, you didn't get that. So you only got a couple of off-season workouts and preseason for him to really get a little bit of knowledge from Aaron Rodgers. It's not enough. And you hope that it pans out. So I mean, he's your quarterback. They invested a lot into Zach Wilson, so it's not like that's what I'm saying. They're not like they waiting. They wanted to do it the right way. And you know how I'm always on air talking about how one of the things that I want to see quarterbacks do is sit back and learn sometime. You know, when they sit back and they learn at least a year or two, them quarterbacks, they look around the league. It's proven. Look around the league. Look around the league, you know? So
I mean, I get it. I'm just saying the Giants, the Commanders, then the Jets. Let's just say that. All right. Let's just say our teams aren't the
Giants, the Commanders, then the Jets.
Yeah.
As far as like who's better, you mean?
As of right now, the Giants are the worst.
Look at his face.
Then the Commanders.
Oh, you said, we the worst. Giants are the worst.
Yes.
So the Jets are in a better position than all three teams.
Yes, they are.
Because of their defense.
I agree.
I didn't say that. I'm just trying to clarify what you was just saying because it sounded
look,
like
they have the Jets as
you were saying the Giants was the best, and then so I wanted to clarify your positioning. Huh?
That's the question, Books.
What you said, Al? I'm sorry, I ain't hear you.
Now I'm talking to Book. He said that they had the Jets ranked 22 on defense, 22 run stop defense, or 22 overall ranked defense. They're not ranked overall 22. Run stop. That's another category.
Yeah, but this is the problem. The Jets ain't gonna do nothing just with a defense, and they wasting time with Zach. Hold on, let me finish. Listen, I always told you if you listen to a couple more seconds, you might hear something to change your or your disagreement. So what I'm saying is, you wasted time with this window that you have in the NFL. It's a window. And the Giants and the Jets doing the same thing. And we got on air last year. We was very happy where New York sports was. We need to revisit that show and show it and reassess the whole situation. We were not right. And I think it's something to that episode. Because look,
we
us, me and you. We were saying
right,
that New York.
What?
Let me I'll say you listen. We were saying that New York sports is on the rise again. It's not. And this is my point I was trying to make. We as New Yorkers always do that, and then they always let us down. I'm telling you, it's true. So what's happening? What happening has always been happening. That's why when you research the history of it, the Jets haven't never won shit. Giants long time. You know what I'm saying? Even the Yankees, the Jets, everybody was doing good because we were saying before this how the Yankees finished, before we knew what was going to happen. All these teams going to look good. The Rangers, the Jets, the Mets, even the Giants. We was going crazy. So that's what I'm saying where we were wrong. We were doing typical New York shit of thinking that it's our time now. Like, you know how we think you've been shitted on for so long, and you a fan and you've been hurt for so long. It's finally my time. It don't work like that, bro. It don't. You win and then you get better. And you keep getting better and you keep getting better. And when you consistently be in the playoffs, that means your team is doing good. And you keep increasing and you keep getting better. That's why I like when the Knicks spoke recently, quickly said after the game, he was like, nah, we just want to get a little bit better this year. Exactly. Do better than you did last year. That's all I can expect as a fan for whichever team it may be. But we were wrong about New York sports being on the rise again because all those teams disappointed us that we was counting to do well this year.
How come?
The Yankees didn't do good.
Outside of the Giants, how come?
Don't make no excuses for the Jets.
I'm not making excuses. I look at what it is. I'm not.
Are you saying that though? Are you asking me how come?
I know what happened. I don't have to.
No. I didn't know which because I wasn't singling out. Hold on, listen. I wasn't only talking about the Jets. I named mad New York teams, so I didn't know what you was talking about.
And I said outside of the Giants, the other teams, the Yankees injuries, the Jets injuries. So
that's no excuse.
Some injuries you can't. When you got
all teams have injuries.
Hold on. When you got key injuries to your key personnel, your key players, sometimes there's no recovery. If Jordan would have went out for the Bulls, they never win the championship.
I'm not saying that you're not right about that.
So you got Aaron Rodgers out, you got Aaron Judge out, you got two of your top players on both teams out. Okay, that changed the whole dynamic of the whole Yankee series.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you look and see who really win, and you see how they win and what they do, they have more than one player that they need to win. No matter what sport you name it, for example. And the Yankees have a bunch of players. They loaded up that roster with a whole bunch of players that just didn't show up. And granted, we can't let it not be known that Judge in those situations, because that's being fair. You know what I mean?
Jr.
At the same time, a lot of guys that were on the team that was supposed to step in or step up, they didn't. It's a business, bro. Not saying that Yankee fans ain't still. I'm a Yankee fan. I'm gonna still be a fan. But I'm just saying that when we thought things were going a certain way, it didn't. And it don't look like it is. It's going to take more work. It needs better coaching. It needs this and need this. Even the Giants coach don't look as good as we thought he was. Because I told you, you could have success. And once people see what you're doing, can you still succeed? Once you get on top, you could be on top. But can you stay there once they know how you getting on top? That's the hardest thing, bro. That's the hardest thing to do. Now, can you keep doing it? That's the thing, bro. So that's my point on that. We ain't gonna talk too much long on.
Right, because my thing is not one New York team is on its top 10 teams going into week 6. So let's go ahead and get into the top 14.
See that? Whoa,
that's fine.
Yo, she sat there with a little. She had her little Harlem Night gun. She brought her little.
I mean, everybody
with the gun from Harlem Nights.
Now, cry later. Laugh now, cry later.
She was shooting her little Harlem Nights gun.
Laugh now, cry later.
That's right. What you say, L? Laugh now, cry later.
Laugh now, cry later. I mean, I know that gets. Let me listen. You go into the season, right? So what happens?
You are a fair weather fan, bro.
This is what happens with teams, right? Hold on. This is what happens with teams. This is how sports go. So when it's a lot. Let
me drop the link.
It's a business, right? So it's a business first. So when you come into the season and you got a team like the Jets,
get to one more question
Aaron Rodgers, and based upon what the team looked like last year, you add that piece that you knew that for a fact that's what you was missing, and you put that quarterback with that team. They got most televised games, So it's not just New York fans that buy into it. It's people that's investing into that team because they see the same thing. It don't have nothing to do with New York fans. Same thing with the Knicks. The Knicks got the televised games because people.
Who said anything about the fans?
No, you saying fair weather fans. I'm trying to tell you, it's about a business. It's not just you because the Jets is my team.
I didn't say fair. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said about you. I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about what you just said. Hold on, bro. What you just said, I didn't say that. What I called you was like a person who just always gonna hope. Always, it's like a full. Hold on. Can I explain what I'm saying? So you don't have to agree. You don't, but I'm trying to explain what I'm saying to you so you could better understand, and don't always everything I say don't have to fit the description of
you on that. It's no hope. I'm not hoping anything.
It's my opinion on it in general, not just all on you. And I say that a lot so you can understand. It's a general form of opinion where a lot of fans are fair weather fans. And what your example was, I wasn't saying that. To me, what I consider a fair weather fan is people who just still say we're gonna do this when we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I'm cool with it because I've been a fan all this time. I'm the type of fan now, and I've been saying this on air. I'd rather say until they do it and prove the opposite of what they've been proving, they got to show it to me because I'm that fan that stuck with them no matter what. So I don't have to cap and say they're going to do something that's not realistic in my mind of basketball because I'm a loyal fan and spent my money when y'all wasn't shit, when y'all had bad coaches, everything. So I don't have to say, oh, they're going to do it. I don't think they are. So I just hope they figure it out because we don't have a coach that know how to make them play together and utilize their powers together. That's the problem with the Knicks when I say I'm not going to say they're going to be this and that. It's possible, and I'm not going to say this year they can't do it fully because Tibbs can figure that's what he needs to do as well. If you keeping him there, he got to figure out how to win. So maybe he can say, yo, that ISO shit ain't working. Just like I told you last show, when 1 year we was talking crazy, oh yeah, then we didn't make the playoffs the next year, bro. Because they knew what we was doing. You got to come with a new strategy or you bring new players or whatever the case may be to change up so they're not prepared for what you're going to do. Or you can't come back with the same thing again next year and think they're not going to be sitting there waiting on that. You know that. So that's the same thing with most New York teams, bro. A lot of them teams, it's either the coaching or the roster. Either way, it's a lot of shit they're not getting right. This is the Mecca. We got so many fans. It's to a point where most of these organizations don't care about the win no more. We too loyal in all spectrums of these sports teams. We support when they not shit. Other states don't do that. That's
how you recover from losing your quarterback in the NFL.
Keep
How do you
going to
recover?
that. I give them a pass for losing their quarterback. I think they would have been
saying,
good.
like that's what it is. There's no hope. I don't hope anything.
This what it is, right? This what it is. If you lose your quarterback in 4 snaps, that was some weak ass type of floor that you could fall through type of house. You get what I'm saying? So them niggas, I don't want to say that word. They invested in that type of package. A dude who could have been in an old home in 6 months, trying to be your quarterback. If you get hit one time, hold on. I saw the hit. If you get hit that way and need that type of surgery, just like you sat there and said that sexy red thing, you was right, bro. You was right. The way that man got hit, he lucky he didn't get hit in 5 games later, 4 games later by somebody that really would have hit him. His career, he wouldn't have spoke football again. The type of hit he went in surgery for. That mean that man bones is done. And you sitting here saying what he gonna come back and do and da.
I didn't say what he gonna come back and do anything. I didn't say what he was gonna come back and do anything.
After he blew his shit, the investment is in the sewer.
Exactly. So then what you do now?
You behind. Now y'all behind the 8 ball. It's all bad.
So now you see why. So you see what the results is at.
Never did it. I sat right here and said I would have never invested all that in Aaron Rodgers because he's a senior.
What did I say? And then it come to find out it wasn't too much of a big investment from the beginning. So now that you realize it wasn't a big investment, you would just you didn't really lose.
You know what's the investment? The time, the planning, thinking that that's gonna work. Now you back to square one. When I think you should have been.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this again. If you let me say this, I'm a Jet fan. But I look at things for what it is. You invested. You talking about you got a number 2 overall pick. You paid them the money. You invested all this time. You don't want to see your investment fail. As a businessman, you should know that. As a businessman, you should know that part, and that's how it goes, Hard. So once he goes down, it has nothing to do with him being hurt. And the reason why I tell you that, we lost a young dude this past Sunday, Vera Tucker, to Achilles himself, and he got hurt on that same Denver field last season towards bicep. On that same field to come back there again, and he tears his Achilles, and he's young. He's like 22, 23 years old. He's a young dude. So the how you get hit when it comes down to Achilles has anything to do with this. One of them freak accidents that shit happens, and you just got to try to pick up the pieces.
Rodgers, you can't compare. It is a freak accident.
And move on.
It is a freak accident, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say so we can move on to basketball. This is a freak accident for Aaron Rodgers, but you better believe that happened to him because he's supposed to retire. Look at how many snaps he got. It's a freak accident. I don't want you to think I don't know that. But he's older, and that's a different case. Every case is different because for the young boy, it could be a freak accident. When you're dealing with somebody like that, he can't take a hit because that wasn't even a hard hit. His body ain't for that right now. Maybe it could be too. So it's just not always about, you move wrong, you can blow your Achilles, and you could be old and blow your Achilles faster, easier, because you got mileage. You got more mileage on your Achilles than a younger person. You get what I'm trying to say? So that was where we felt like, and you, I think, felt that way too, L, that it's not really worth it because this is a short run. But then you said it may be hard if we're not spending too much, and we started agreeing in that sense. But I think it's still worth it because the preparation and all the hopes, and it's too much energy you put into that. And I think it wasn't solid enough to bet on that. You only could bet on somebody that's young like that and that got the type of talent, like a good quarterback in the league that's young that they may have and did something like that for. Then now I would be all for that, like for the Giants, or this getting a quarterback that could play that's not on his last leg. New York always get a player on their last leg, and no matter what type of team it is.
Well, guess what? My phone been on mute this whole time because I wasn't trying to hear none of that y'all was talking about. We're not discussing no top 10 teams. We talk about the Jets.
I know, but see, he defending the
I mean,
Jets,
I understand.
and it
I'm
was a
not trying
good
to
topic.
disrespect
I'm just
L
saying
team.
that it's what it is.
His opinion is correct.
No, but I
All of
think
that.
it was a good conversation about the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah, I agree,
because
100%.
he knows that he wasn't sure about the move because the point I'm standing on about the age in his body.
Right.
So you can't really defend, oh, he's gonna be all right, because that's kind of what he's saying subliminally. Like then he's saying they not waiting, but they are hoping on that. So it's like you're behind the
You got
eight
to
ball,
move on.
Jets.
Yeah, because
Well, he
you
said
have
you
to.
got to
Yeah,
move on
you got to
regardless,
move
and I
on.
get
You
that.
got to move
But like
on.
he
You got to
said,
move
L,
on.
it's still we still trying to wait because that's our prize. That is what Hard Will trying to say. Like he's trying to say that is our main prize.
A lot of
So,
stuff is invested.
although we're gonna keep moving and we're gonna be looking forward to whatever we got going on, that is our prize. So we're gonna move on, but our prize when it come back, we have hopes for this team.
And that's not good neither.
You hope that your number 2 prize turn the shit around and get it going this season. That's what you hope for.
Right.
Because
That's what you hope for.
That's the whole.
But
That was
we're
the whole
saying
reason.
as Commander and Jets fans, that hope ain't there, my boy.
No, it's not no hope. It's not no hope from the Jet fans. See, that's hope for the front office, the ones that invested drafted Zach Wilson with a number 2 pick. As Jets fans, we knew the minute Aaron Rodgers went down, our season was over. Our season was over because we knew the one weak position that you had on that team was a quarterback, and we felt like you put anybody back there was better than the guy that was back there, which was Zach Wilson, right? So we saw that already. Then he comes out, then you see reasons why. Now, granted, the last 2 games, Zach Wilson has been playing good, so I need to back up off him for this 2 games. But I know the kind of quarterback he is. He's not the man for that town. He's not. He's not. He is not. He's not.
He's not.
Now, can he grow into that? Can he grow into that quarterback?
Maybe.
Absolutely. And
Right,
that was the
right.
hope of bringing Aaron Rodgers in, because I was on record of saying, "Go get me Derek Carr," from the Raiders, because he was younger, and all we needed was somebody just to throw the ball with this team. That's all you needed, somebody to throw the ball, because you have the weapons surrounding you. So,
Right. I mean, I completely understand. I get it. I get your standpoint.
He
You
passionate
definitely got a
about the
point.
Jets.
You definitely got a point. I'm gonna keep my eye out on the Jets. But I mean, my team's trash, so I gotta side with somebody. So definitely not the Giants.
You just go with what makes more sense, because some people just be fans and they defend. I'm from New York. I don't want to defend nobody. I want to be fair to them. I don't want to be disrespectful, but it is what it is. You got to cover the news. You got to talk about really what it is.
Right.
Sometimes when you're a fan of the team, you try to do it in a way where you still hoping or thinking that they're going to do something. That's why I said most of the New York teams is the same thing to us that they always do.
now the
This
Giants,
year, next year's our year.
The
Next year's
Giants,
our
you
year.
gotta hope. The Giants,
No,
you
it
gotta
ain't.
hope. The Giants, you gotta hope. The Mets, you gotta hope. The Yankees, it is what it is. Like, you can't, as Yankee fans, you could never. Even this season, they don't make the playoffs. That's a Yankee fan. You can't. How can you be mad at the Yankees? Like,
Because
they
it's
gave us-
more of a No, it ain't. Listen, when people expect to win, L, and they know that's what that's all about, it hurt them more, L. It do. I'm not saying we got to win every year, but the more we don't win,
But
be there.
that's not reality.
We
That's
haven't
what
been-
people that's not in tune into reality think that way. So it's for a fact that you're not gonna win every single year. That's not gonna happen. When you do a 3-peat, yeah, you can pull off a 3-peat, but even those is hard. We've seen that over our lifespan.
Bro, the
that pulling off
Astros
3-peats is hard.
doing what the Yankees should be doing, bro.
The Astros is doing what the Yankees been doing. Yankees been there and done that already.
No. See, that's the thing. I think that's the thing where even with the Yankees, when you set your standard, bro, it's just like I always say this, and I always use myself. You can't talk about how many cars you had if you still not buying cars, or like you can't be a has-been ass. The Yankees still have to win to keep keep themselves where they are, bro. Because they have the name and a reputation to live up to. The fans expect them to win. They're not saying win every year, but as a fan, I feel like you're not even in the run-ins. You're not even in the playoffs. It's happening more than once. Too many times is not a coincidence to me.
Well, this is their first time not making the playoffs in the last couple of seasons. So
I think only 2, but it shouldn't be like that. It should be
This
closer
they
to.
first time not making the playoffs in the last couple of seasons, so they've been in the playoff run. Now,
But
have they made deep runs with this Aaron Judge team? No, they haven't made a deep run, but they did make it to the
bro,
ALCS, so they did make it.
they disappointing. They disappointing.
So basically,
It
to
will be
sum it up,
disappointing. Now that's disappointing when you get to them with that team, with them pitches. Like last season was a disappointing when you don't win when you got that kind of team together. Yeah, that's a disappointment.
That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying that you're not right about us fans expecting them to win because they won before. They still have to handle their business, but the facts are the facts on the roster and what they spend because they know they have a reputation to uphold. So that was all I was saying. They spend the money, they bring all these players in, and it ain't paying out. So do we blame the players, the coach? We blame the whole team. Go ahead, Beige, my bad.
no, you good. You good. I was basically saying, to sum up the situation, basically all I heard was New York fans are Delulu in the beginning, and then y'all hate reality at the end. That's all I got out of that. All right, let me finish this top 10 countdowns for the going into week 6. I got Detroit Lions 4-1. They just beat the Carolina Panthers 42-24. They got the Bucks next. I got the Dolphins at number 3, 4-1. They just beat the Giants 31-16. Speaking of the Giants, they got the Panthers coming up next. The Eagles are very impressive. Now the Eagles 5-0. That's crazy.
I don't think it's Super Bowl
Going
worthy.
down this weekend.
Yeah, it's not Super Bowl worthy. It's not Super Bowl.
They're going down. They're going down this weekend.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
They got
me
the
as the fan talking now.
Speaking of the Jets,
me as the now that's the fan talking. That's the fan talking now.
Come on,
going down.
You got to say that a lot
down.
now. You need to start saying that's the fan with them outrageous.
Can the Jets beat them? Can the Jets beat them? Absolutely. Absolutely. The Jets can beat them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Would it be an upset? It'll only be an upset because of the quarterback situation. Like if Aaron Rodgers was back,
you know what's going to tell it?
Eagles wouldn't be the favorites.
You know what's going to tell it, L? The spread. The spread is going to tell a lot about that game.
All the spreads against the Jets with Zach Wilson back.
And I'm going to tell you, you better take money line. Don't do it.
Yeah, you could take it. You could take it.
Do not bet on Philly with the points.
No.
You're not going to win.
Take the line. It'll be a close game.
I'm helping you right now. And you're going to think about me when you bet your ticket. You'll be all right. If you forget, you're going to lose.
Okay, so you got your Jets over.
No, he's saying the Jets could win with the points, I think. I don't think he's saying straight up win, right?
Wait, straight up?
As a Jet fan, I got the Jets
take
beating
off
the Eagles.
Fan hat. Can they win straight up or with the points?
As a co-host of a show, I have take the Jets, take the points, take the points.
You see, he's admitting that he got to separate his takes.
That's the difference. That's what you got to do. You got to understand.
He had to say as a fan.
They got the Eagles. They got Eagles -7, right? So they saying they're gonna win by 7. I say no. So,
hey, that's a big axe, though.
Actually,
that's a big
I think
axe.
they could win by 7, bro. That's not a lot. If they only giving 7, I would take 7 because that's just gonna clean up, make your bet nice.
I'm just saying, you.
I wouldn't take 12 or 13 or nothing like that. Even 7 is kind of sketchy. I would buy a point and take 6 because you know they could score a touchdown and win. You don't want to push with the 7. So.
I don't want to push with the 7. I'll take.
I don't want to push with the 7.
I'll take the.
All right, we're gonna go with L with his Jets. I want the Jets to beat the Eagles, so I'm with you this week, L. If I ain't ever been with you no other week, this week.
No, you want them to win, but do you think they're gonna win?
No.
No.
I'm just
Zach
saying.
Wilson. He's gonna be Zach Wilson. He getting better though. I ain't gonna front. He getting
all right,
better.
we got.
Last 2 games,
he did a couple Roy Rogers. He did a couple Rogers moves. I said Roy Rogers. He did a couple Aaron Rodgers. I call him Roy Rogers because he got a chicken Achilles.
Oh wow!
What you got, babe?
He got a. You don't want to hear that. Like, what you got, babe?
What you got?
I know because I know the shows that we get late. That's what happens.
We moving on. Yeah, we moving on.
All right, number 1 pick. I got the 49ers 5-0. They just beat them boys 42-10. They got the Browns next. You know they're gonna win that. That's all I got for my top 10 teams going into week 6.
That's a tricky one, though, Paige. That's a tricky one. That's a tricky
Nah.
one. That's a tricky
Which
one.
one?
The 49ers versus the Browns.
49ers against the Browns. You know what I mean?
That's
You got
not tricky.
Deshaun. You got Deshaun Watson. It's hard because you got him as the quarterback. I know, but it's hard when you got it. I know, but listen to what I'm saying. It's hard when you got
money line.
Always think about the quarterback position in the NFL. So you got a decent quarterback that can will you to the win. So that's why
what you
kind
say
of
about
games
Purdy?
always. Purdy, see the thing with Purdy is they put him in a system. So if you pay attention to the games, it's really dink and dunk, and they let their defense win them the game. That's how it's the perfect formula. Perfect formula, right? So all I'm saying is when you got a quarterback like a Deshaun Watson or any other good quarterback that's in the league that has a rep of taking down teams, you have to be careful about those kind of games. Those is like the what they call them games again? Like them games where you try to overlook because you're thinking that you playing against the Cleveland Browns and you going to Cleveland.
Yeah, but that D line for the 49ers D line is one of the best in the NFL.
Absolutely. Listen, I know the defense. I seen it up close. I'm just saying when you got a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, you just never want to count them guys out. So anything's possible with them kind of guys, them kind of quarterbacks. They'll will their team to wins. All I'm saying is I'm not picking the Browns, but just be careful.
Okay.
Just be careful in that game. That's one of them games where you be careful at.
Got you. All right, y'all. Moving on. We took a lot of time on that NFL today, but just to get into the NBA,
that's good though. Whenever we take time, that means it was good conversation.
It was good.
If we go back and forth, obviously we intrigued about what we talking about. So to me, it's cool.
It's cool.
As long as it's like dope.
Y'all want to get into the NBA or y'all want to go straight into hip hop?
Let's do the NBA. People was asking us about NBA in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all want to open it up for a little while? We're going to be here. We're going to be here for another 20, 30 minutes. Y'all want to open it up? I'm going to open it up. I'm going to put
Yeah, definitely open it up. While we open it up, let me go ahead and get my NBA. Let me get my NBA off real quick. I just want since it's preseason, I just want to give a shout out to the 757 NBA players. Cam Thomas from the Brooklyn Nets is definitely from the 757. He spent 2 seasons with the Nets. He had 26 points against the Lakers. That's really, really dope to me. Cam is a dope player. He's fresh. He's new. He's always been a scorer forever. Darion Seaborn, the New Orleans Pelicans. He's dope. And Keontae Johnson from OKC, representing the 757. That's my take on the NBA.
And tell them why you know so much about some of those players. Give them a little more detail on how much you've seen those players, for what reason, and things like that. Because you don't just know about them players from happen to see them play when people got to see them. You knew them when they were younger and stuff like that. So can you explain that to us?
Cam Thomas, he played against my baby boy from AAU. They played with each other, then they played against each other. He went to high school 5 minutes from my house in Virginia. Then he went to Oak Hill and he played against my son. My son played for Hargrave. He played against him at Oak Hill. Then he went on to the NBA. Phenomenal offensive player. My son was a defensive player, so they always battled back and forth. He's a great kid, and I think he's doing great in the NBA. Same as Darion Seaborn. They all 3 play on the same AAU team here in Virginia, Virginia Panthers. Shout out to Coach Puncho. He goes to the roughest neighborhoods and he pick out the best kids and he put them all on one team and they mesh and they do well and they just perform here in Virginia. Darion Seaborn playing with the Pelicans right now. He's trying to make his way, around the NBA. I think he's doing very well. Keontae Johnson, even though he didn't play AAU with them, he played high school basketball against my son as well. And now he's at OKC. He's trying to make his way. And I think they're doing very well where they are. I just want to give a shout out to them.
That's dope. And I just wanted her to share that with y'all. Also, Paige's daughter plays for NC State, and y'all look out for her. Her name is Isaiah James. So both of her kids play on a high level of basketball, and y'all hear me shout them out all the time. Basically, I wanted her to talk about that stuff because she knew these players before they actually went pro. Unfortunately, her son AJ James passed away at a young age, tragedy, but he's still very big in the basketball. These kids actually know him personally, so they know her, and that's why I wanted to share part of the story. And like I said, the whole family she has is basketball background. She was a coach. She played. She knows the game back and forth. You see, she talk football. So I just wanted to share some of her story with y'all. She's gonna share a lot on different episodes, but she's knowledgeable of the game. She taught her kids the game, and it's a pleasure to have her gracing the platform. And y'all interacting and getting to meet her on For the Love of the Game. So I'm excited about that. And I just wanted to share that story. That's dope, Age.
Thank you. They used to call me LaVisha Ball.
LaVisha Ball. Yeah, I know you
LeVar
crazy
Ball's
with it.
sister.
I know you crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy
I already
with
know
it.
what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, look out for Zaya James. She on NC State this year. She's gonna be playing. So when you see the NC State girls playing, make sure y'all check them out.
We play UConn the second game. I'm very excited.
Oh man. I'm
Very
gonna be
excited.
there.
Very excited.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to our takes on basketball. And that was dope insight on those new players that honestly, I don't know everything about those players. You know what I mean? I don't know everything about those players that you mentioned, and I always know about players. So it's like sometimes you got to be from certain little towns or areas where it's kids on the rise, because for you to say that they in the NBA now, that's big.
That's huge.
And you know Hargrave and these type of schools and these big AAU teams that they play for. They big teams, because now you see these kids playing in the NBA, getting drafted. Yeah, we get into that. Pope. We get into that. And Pope, you said some things to me on your platform, kind of, disrespectful one time. And I don't really care about it. You know what I mean? You still welcome on our platform. Just don't ever do your boy Harwell like that again, bro. I mean, real men let things go. So you still Cali connection. You want to pull up and talk sometime, but just don't ever get in front of your fans and talk like, you know what I mean, different. Because I never did that to you over here. Anytime we got in front of New York and you came, it was always jokes or love. So, you know what I'm saying? Just to let you know on that, because I never seen you ever since you was talking crazy on your platform in front of them 9 people. You know what I'm saying? Even though it don't be 100 people in here neither, so don't think I'm saying that for the stunt. I'm just saying, like, don't do your boy like that. What's good, Borg? Oh, there go Borg. Hold on, let me bring him up. What's good, Borg?
Salute. 3 capital S's. What up, squad? How y'all doing, man? Blessings, health,
What
and
it
happiness,
do?
everybody. What up, Beige? How you doing?
I'm
What up,
good.
Borg?
What's going on? Shout out to the chat, man. Those rocking along with, you know what I'm saying, making sure they keep that love for the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I've been rocking and listening, watching, enjoying the show. What y'all been doing? I put in the chat to tell Will you was right.
Good,
I remember last year we was on that show last year and we was all talking about. Matter of fact, we was talking about dropping an album on just all New York instead of me just doing the Knicks. And Will you was right when the way we was about how we was feeling about the New York sports during that time. We was thinking like, you know what I'm saying, the New York, you know what I'm saying, it's coming up long. So yeah, you was right about that, man. Yep. So you was right, man. How y'all doing though?
Can't complain. Good to see you. Having a great time on air tonight. Honestly, it feels good again. Like that's what it's all about to me. I don't really care, like, because I know the subscribers will come back. Everybody wants, the season about to start. I just like to feel good on air with you know what I'm saying, with us. Like even when you just came up, like, I'd like to feel the energy like this, man. Feel good. You know what I'm
chilling,
saying? Like,
bro. You watched the game the other night. What was your thoughts on that?
We about to go crazy with it.
Right. What'd you say? Well, what'd you say?
See, you lagging because you was talking over me. That's why you lagging. See, that's what you get. Your mic works for me, bro. Your mic works for me. Whenever I'm talking and you try to talk, this was gonna happen. It's gonna lag on you. So don't do that. Now you gotta leave and come back. But what you think about the preseason game? That's what he asked you.
The preseason, Preseason guy, I really ain't take too much from it. I really liked it. I really was paying attention to Julius a lot because I like his pace that he was setting amongst himself, trying to play himself into game shape. So he's working because he ain't have a lot of time during the on season that everybody called the off season to really work out like he normally do. So I was watching him to see how he was going to pace the floor. How was he going to sprint? Was he going to run and stuff like that? But besides that, Tom got a lot of figuring out what he want to do. We got a lot of ball players, a lot of guys that could do a lot of things, man. I was okay with it, but it's preseason, man. I need that real thing to tip off. I already knew we was going to beat Boston because they just played the night before. So I had Boston. They gave Boston 7.5 on the ticket. I took Boston in the over and then went Boston in the over. Anyway, I thought that was too much money, but I'm okay with what's going on. I just don't understand. One thing I don't understand, you brought that guy Rob back on this team and you didn't even play him, but you played Deuce. So what was the point of you spending money on this guy, bringing him back when we still don't have a certified backup power forward? You know what I'm saying? Needed that right there. So I didn't like that signing, bringing that guy and then you didn't even play him, So I saw Brunson. He come out there letting it be known, like, yo, I'm in shape. I'm ready to go. I like that. He had a long, on season. He played a lot of basketball from last season to during the Olympics and all that. And now he jumping back into it. Congratulations to him getting married. Matter of fact, we don't have 3 people get married. This, at this point in time. So you come to New York and get married.
Yeah, they settling down. That's a good thing for them young boys because it's too much in New York for them to do. And if they got a family, they could be locked in. And I think that's the type of kids that they bringing up. Hold on, I just seen something right here. Hold on, let me see if I could play this. Hold on, I got something right here. Let me share this again.
Let's go Liberty while we waiting on Hard.
Yeah, let's go Liberty.
Y'all can hear that?
Nah, we can't hear it. We can see it.
All right, hold on. Let me bring it back. It's my man Boogie Big Event, big day right here when they played his joint.
Yeah, that was our big day, man. That was everybody, man.
Yeah, that was a big day, man, for Boog. And I just want to share it. That shit fire. They basically played. Oh, L, you back? L, you back? Yo, L.
Yeah.
I fixed it, bro.
Nah, it's lagging on my end.
I fixed it. I hit the button.
No, you hit the lagging on my end. What should be that easy?
Yeah, I hit the button, son.
Hey, Hard, I just finished talking to them people too. So, I just finished talking to the people. I'm really trying to press the issue about performing the Christmas. So, they talking kind of like good and everything. And they waiting on me for some other things and that I'm trying to really like put down and everything right now. So we've been having good conversation, but I'm really trying to put that Christmas joint in effect because this is 3 years in a row, you know what I'm saying, as far as with that Christmas song, even though we shot the video last year. But that's a real important line when I say 12 noon, we back 12 and the 2/5. 12 o'clock, we play at 12 o'clock. The 12th month of the year, the 25th day of that month. That's a banging popular line. So that's how I presented it to them. And
what about the Christmas for this year? You just gonna promote that song or you gonna do something else with it?
Well, I'm thinking
let me see if this gonna play. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear that?
Nah.
No.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm about to leave some of these guys. Be honest with you, I don't have like 7 guys. I was going to do the remix of the Christmas and give guys some more love and light. Guys that I know that's trying to do things, but I haven't received anything from nobody. And Cartwheel, you already know for yourself how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'll be patient. I got major patience. You know what I'm saying? But if you take it too long, you take it too long. Some of them I ain't even ask for 16. Some of them I ask just give me 8 because if I'm gonna have that many guys on it, you know what I'm saying, just for a remix Christmas special, you know what I'm saying? It's not hard for you to write 8 bars. But,
But yeah, you gotta understand. I wanted to share it. I know everybody know about it, but I think that what it is it's like giving flowers, but at the same time, the more people get a chance to realize what it really was, the more they could appreciate it. So I think even though you got videos out, you gotta start making more shorts because people attention span on how you advertise, they just want to look at something for 10 seconds. And that video is showing really what you did, and they could get the gist of it by writing really what's going on in the description. Because you constantly got to remind people of things that you did. And yeah, you said it's all of us, but it's work that you've been putting in longer that just came to fruition. You know what I mean? And even though we break bread the way we break bread, like we a family. I got sponsored, you got sponsored. We all shit. When the sponsors came, you know what I did.
Right.
I gave everybody, I broke bread with everybody. And when you got the sponsors came, you did the same thing. Hell no. So I love how we all work together and we share any sponsorships that we get. And it ain't even on a big level yet. So when you around people that share money early, when it's even if it's $2,000-$3,000, that's real. That's real shit. And I even told Beige that you won't be in a position to eat because they're already looking at us. Because we did so much shit. It don't matter how many people be watching, the right people is going to watch. And that's what's important. That's why we like to talk with class more than we talk the way we grew up, a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to see different from people that know about sports. They already know we know how to argue. They already know we know how to curse. Can you be intellectual? Can you have a great conversation without taking things personal? That's what they looking for. So this show is going to be more on that note. If you can't do it like that, then, just watch from a distance because that's basically what this is about. And I'm not talking about nobody on the panel. I'm just saying in general, like we aiming for us to get things like we already started to accomplish. And we have things, we just don't brag about it. You know what I'm saying?
And that conversation is without your people. You know what I'm saying? Like we here, we supposed to kick it. But when you can sit down with people you don't talk to on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? You sit down and you can brainstorm a conversation with them on their level, and they can come back on your level. And you know what I'm saying? That's even better. Yeah. So I definitely relate to what you're saying, my brother, because
yeah, man.
That was a historical night, man. What's the name of that restaurant we ate in?
Shit, listen, we was in a restaurant with a vault. The sponsors brought us to a restaurant that was in an old bank. I never been there. I'm from New York. So it's just moments like he talking about, but I could talk about how I was talking to somebody else. Like I said, I understood why Boog was saying about our seats from the other sponsor. If I would have known how the Delta looked when we got in with the other sponsor, that when you got the record and they brought us to the playoffs. So you was right. And I should have looked at it that way, but I didn't know that you knew more than me. And that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? But when it played out, I seen everything you meant. Because when you took me to Delta, I'm like, oh, this what Boogie talking about. This is different. Even L been there before, so L know. Me and L was talking about
Delta's dope. Delta dope.
Yeah. So I understood what you meant after the fact, and that's why I even came to you and said, "Yo, Bugs, I understand now." It wasn't an apology because you wasn't like that, but I kind of understood, and it was like brotherly love.
Josh, what it do?
What's good, Pope? Yo,
What's
Josh,
good,
you got that
Harvey?
hoodie, Josh? What's good with you, man?
Worldwide, Jay Boogie, Miss Beige, the Queen. What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on?
What up,
What's going on,
what up?
Pope? Our West
Represent
Coast,
LA
our
in the
West Coast
building.
Cali.
You know we do it, man. And Hardwell, man, I wasn't fronting on you, man. Don't even think that. I cut out any niggas. I cut out my own family members. Go on. I just kicked out my childhood sandbox nigga because he wouldn't let me talk. He wouldn't let me talk. What you weren't doing, you wasn't. We was having a heated one,
I
but
was
you were trying
cooking
to.
you. No, I was cooking you, and you didn't want to let your fans see me cook your ass. Just like I cooked you on my show. I was out there cooking on other people's show, and I didn't even have time to fight with you, and you kicked me off. You know how I know I'm cooking? When another host kick you off.
You see worldwide. You see worldwide.
Me
I
off
couldn't
the
even.
show.
This what happened on my show. I couldn't
Don't
say
worry about
2
it, Paul. I'm used
words.
to it.
I was
I'm used to
cooking
it.
you,
I'm
Pope.
used to
This
it.
exactly what
I'm used
happened.
to it.
I couldn't. He would say his point. I try to get mine off, and he get just like he just did. Off the Luther Rock. I'm like, bro, listen, we can't do this. You got it wrong. I
Yo,
wouldn't care if it was
Diddy,
0 people in the building.
hold on.
One thing I don't do,
Nah.
I
I don't
don't
care about
front.
the building part. I ain't talking about that. We drop knowledge, bro. We have real
Correct. I
conversation.
don't care who
The
was in
bar
the
with
building. I
me,
don't front for
Pope, the bar
nobody.
with me is this, Pope. Hear me out. I never kicked you off as many arguments we had on this show. The most I ever did to you was threw you to the chat to calm you down and bring you back. You kicked me out. You didn't want no smoke. That means that you tapped out. In this debate world of sports, when you kick somebody completely out and start entertaining your West Coast people, I knew I cooked you. I don't care what you come up here and explain. Once you did your boy Harville like that, I was in my crib laughing, cracking up about that shit. He didn't want his people to hear me finish cooking them. He didn't even let me back up. I'm sitting backstage and he looking at me like I'm an op. I said, yeah, I must have fried him something good, man. And I be frying dudes. So I know I must have did that to you. And I'm on that type of time. You know me, Pope.
I mean,
I'm
you
flaying
can.
dudes.
That's fine. You can have it. Listen, me first of all, on your show when I'm on this platform, when you talk a worldwide talk, a boogie talk, and so on and so forth, I know I'm new to this. I'm not as far as on your platform, but I'm true to this. So I sit back and I wait my turn, my nigga. It's y'all show. I don't come up here. If you even if I'm talking and you want to cut me off on your show, I gotta shut it down. This is y'all show.
It was only
So
me and you on your
I
show.
respect the host, my nigga. So what I was trying to tell you is when I'm trying to get mine off, just shut it down and let me get mine off, then do your thing. But you could not do that.
Nah,
You
it
couldn't
wasn't that.
respect my
It
platform.
wasn't that. If you argue on my platform without me kicking you off, then we supposed to be allowed to do the same on yours. It was that you couldn't win and you was on
No, I
yours
don't
and your
cut people
fan base
off.
was getting to see me. Pope, I couldn't cut you off that much. We had to have some type of dialogue. What I'm saying
In the
is
chat, when you was in the
couldn't put
chat,
me
when
on
I
the
brought you
pause.
on, all hell broke loose. You
It
couldn't.
was no look, y'all. Hear me out, panel. It was nobody on the panel like this. It was only me and him, so it's enough time for both of us to be heard. It wasn't like we was over talking people and it was 3 people trying to speak. It was me and him, and it was only a few people there, so he should have let this go on. This would have been great content.
It's just me and you right now talking, and you still won't let a nigga get off.
No, because you just talking. You said some bullshit. I'm cooking you right now, telling you what you did. Because look, there's no reason for you to kick me out when you making good content. No matter if I'm cutting you off or not, we talking, and there's nobody on the panel, and you didn't want your fan base to see me cooking you. That's all it could have been to me, bro.
So we're gonna agree to disagree. That's how you feel it went. I feel a different way. So that's smooth. That's okay. It ain't no change in nobody's
I
mind.
never kicked you off for the love of the
That's cool.
game. I put you on a timeout. That's like saying, go sit down for a second. You
No, I know. I never even think I have been on a timeout worldwide because I always respect your
I
platform.
threw your ass
And
in the
when
chat
y'all talk,
before. No, you be yelling, going crazy about West Coast, and Nas is your favorite rapper. You done came up here and started talking crazy. You was on your show saying, fuck New York. I ain't gonna even say everything you said.
no, nigga,
If Nas
you
is your
was you.
favorite rapper, I could really say what you
No,
said.
nigga, you was trying
I
to do
didn't
a lot on there. I still listen. I don't delete nothing. I don't delete nothing. It's still on my channel.
This dude right here, he be on New York shit, on New York channel, talking about how New York better. I said, you be saying Nas your favorite rapper. I ain't got to say nothing else.
Biggie, no, you wrong. I say Biggie my favorite rapper. Wu-Tang is my favorite. Nas is my second. You don't even listen. But you went into some whole other shit.
You gotta listen. Nas talk about Far Rock. I'm really from Queens. You see what I'm trying
That's
to say?
cool.
So what I'm saying to you is, if you from West Coast and you fans of a rapper from 20 minutes from where I grew up at, where I took the train to go play basketball at, and you go on your platform and say these New York dudes think they better than Cali, and then You was acting like you be over here talking like that. When you say over here, you would love Nas. You
No,
love
sir. Listen,
cut.
one thing, like I said, you can go back. Everybody here and everybody in the chat, you can go watch that
He was over there
show.
talking about, and he know
You can go.
Cali rappers can't mess with us because those his favorite
You know, I
rappers. So
think how
what
it
is
all
the
started.
whole?
It was so long ago. Let me tell you something, Harwell. Let me
I
get. Let me
remember
let me
like yesterday. That's
let
why I
me
said
breathe for.
Hey,
Let me
real,
breathe for
real
a
quick.
second.
Hey, real quick, because I know y'all sparring right. Y'all got that spar
I'ma
going.
stop.
I'm gonna jump off because I'm getting ready to go check out this Liberty game. Y'all have a blessful
They
evening.
playing
Good
tonight.
to
They
see you,
playing
bro.
tonight. I thought they had a
They
big
playing
break,
tonight,
Bugs.
and huh?
I thought they had a big break.
Nah, they
Pope, you
playing.
gotta
They
I thought
love.
playing
I
Look,
thought
right
that
now.
look, Pope. It ain't nobody
did
that
they play
hates you in
Sunday
here,
again.
Pope. They love this shit, Pope. That's
Oh,
all
for
I was
sure.
saying
No,
on your show.
no, no. Let me breathe. Let me, because I believe this is where it came from. It came from when I said my nigga Hit Boy, who I grew up with. My nigga, I said something like as on a level of he revitalized Nas's career, and you went crazy. I'm like, oh, and then when you started talking like, nah, ain't no West Coast nigga did no shit for Nas. You sound stupid and all this and all that. I'm like, hello, excuse me, nigga, West Coast, you be talking about West Coast niggas. When I came up here and spit nice bars, nigga, to what's the name shit, you was like trying to diss my shit because it was like on some West Coast shit to an East Coast track. You wasn't really listening, my nigga. So I know you an East Coast biased nigga, period. So I was on you
Nah,
and on the niggas who on eat from the East Coast, and I know a lot of them too. They'd be they'd be East Coast biased and don't give a fuck about nothing else.
that's
Nothing
not true,
else.
Pope.
Everything
That's
else is
not true.
secondary and
That's not
trash.
true. 50 Cent
Yes.
grew up
So I
with
had to
Dr.
tell.
Dre.
I
I
was
love the
talking
West
about the
Coast.
New Yorkers like that, my nigga. Because I
Nah,
got New York homies that
let
ain't
me
like
reply
that.
to you. Let me reply to you. I don't have to, if I hear something, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. You don't have to take it personal. That's my opinion. Now, you make it seem like you didn't say what you said about New York because you feel like I don't respect Cali. I didn't ever say that, bro. All I said was you can never talk like that if you said New York as your favorite rappers because Cali rappers can't compete to the New York rappers that you name it. And as far as the Hit Boy thing, Hit Boy did rejuvenate Nas, but Nas is so big and we grew up off Nas, you can't say that to people who heard Nas before you because there was no internet when you couldn't hear Nas. There was
First
no
of all,
internet.
nigga,
Hold on. We're not talking about research. We talking about when we was kids.
research.
Hold on. You cut me off on my show. You said you don't do that, right? All right, so cool. On back in the days when we had mixtapes from 50 Cent or certain things we had, I'm not saying people didn't ship them to Cali and you couldn't have got it, but hear me out. It was things that you didn't hear, bro, that I heard. So
Okay.
I'm more privy to that music. And that's my point to where I have an ear for that type of music. So for you to like it, it's no slight on your guys that you grew up to, right? It's just that when you say you pick my guys that I grew up to, then it should be no back and forth. It should be nothing said about New York because those are our goats. Those are our
I
goats. And
never
one of
said
our
nothing
goats,
bad about the niggas I fuck with, nigga. Like I told you, I
no, I
don't do
didn't
no
say
flippy
you said
flop.
nothing about you said I said something about Cali niggas when I only said something about you. And
Nah,
my
you
opinion
did,
is my
brother.
opinion.
You did,
I'm not
brother.
biased. I'm
Because
not biased.
when
My
listen,
favorite rapper ain't from
that's the only
Cali.
time I'm a flip.
Listen,
When a nigga get
my
the
favorite
distance where
rappers
I'm
ain't from
from,
Cali. You heard me?
my nigga, and trying to act like we second tier. I'll be having that. Then I gotta get talk my shit. Then you made me gotta pop my
Saying
shit.
that don't
That's why I
make
was
sense,
popping my
bro.
shit because you was trying to downplay West Coast Cali niggas, bro, and that's what it really was. I
Nah,
don't do
bro.
that. Like I told you, listen, my nigga, I don't get down like that. I fuck with the East Coast, especially when it come to music, rapping. Off the top, that never will change. So
I know
you
that.
can't hit me with you was dissing New York. No. I've always said nigga, the New York niggas that's biased, New York biased, yeah, they be New York biased. And I feel like you was one of them type of players. I told you that even on your platform, on this platform right here. I'm like, nigga, you need to get around. Oh, worldwide. Worldwide, no, he ain't gonna say nothing. But bro, I don't do no faking in front, bro.
Yo,
For
bro, let me tell
nobody.
you something. I don't gotta talk about what I do, bro. But bro, I've been in Cali for so long, bro. I got people in Cali, bro. Bro, look up something called Leakware, bro. That's me. Dr. Dre, all them niggas fuck with me, bro. I fuck with Cali hard. Niggas that really know my background, they know what I did, bro. I have nothing against Cali. What you did was you started doing a comparison, and I don't have to do that with you. Once you stated that your favorite rappers is from my town and my city, it's nothing to debate with you about. You could call me biased, you could call me whatever. Your favorite rappers is the people that I grew up on before you could even hear that shit. That was already my swag and my style. Simple. And you could be, I don't know how old you is, but I'm older than you, brother. I know that for a fact. So I'm telling you that shit that I did was part of hip hop. And I don't even talk about that on air. You can't tell me nothing you contributed.
I'm 41 years.
Okay,
what?
Hold on, listen to me.
Come on, see, that's what I mean. You get to talking crazy. That's what I'm saying. You just said, I can't, nigga, do you know who I am? That's what I'm saying. Like, do you know that? You be talking crazy, bro. Like, what?
I told you some of the stuff.
Nigga, I'm sure I done been around everybody you just named that you was around. I done been around all them niggas too, probably way more than you, nigga. So while you talking, you better know who you talking to.
What was your business there?
Come on, my nigga. You talking to a real one, bro. That's why you gotta go check your facts before you get to talking to me like I'm a little peon or something. I'm not no regular nigga. I'm Helliver, nigga.
Damn,
that's what I'm saying,
like
bro.
Talking more than you answering the question.
Nah, man, because I don't gotta answer to nobody, bro.
Internet.
I don't gotta explain myself neither. But when you say I know you ain't know you, fuck you don't know. You don't know me, cuz. So you can't tell me how I move? Is you crazy? Fuck up. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. You can't be like, I bet you this. Nigga, I'm 40 plus years old, bro. So I'm pretty sure you ain't that much older than me, cuz. Get it correct.
Okay, so look, you finish?
I ain't no little young nigga, bro.
This is the last thing I'm gonna ask you. If you having a conversation and somebody, it don't matter about age, I'm older than you, right? But if you having a conversation and somebody asks you a question, you can't answer it. You went into a rant. You can't tell me what you did.
Nigga.
You can't tell me what you did.
What I did for what? All I heard was the last thing I heard you say was, I don't know nobody and I ain't contribute nothing. That's what you said. I ain't contribute nothing.
Let's go to another subject. I ain't coming to. I didn't bring you up to argue with you. I asked you a simple question. You can't answer it. So let's move on.
Man, now listen. I don't got to answer to nobody, and that's foolishness. I don't got to explain my credentials to you, my brother.
Explain all that bullshit then? Why did you go into a rant of all that? Cuz and how I do this, and I'm you went into
no, because when you kind of get me heated, my nigga, the crippin' come out naturally. So I'm trying to be smooth.
I ain't mad
yeah, correct. So that's a natural thing.
You frustrated. I try to let you speak and then ask you a question because you were saying in reference to what I said of how you respect the hip hop from where I come from. And then I mentioned of why I talk the way I do and the things I really did.
It's not even about
me. Hold on, I'm not finished. Not me just up here saying I did shit and telling you exactly what I did. You could go and Google. You can't tell me. That's all I said. So like I said, before we got into an argument, I said this show is going to be about people that can have a conversation, even if they get loud. Once it calmed down, they could still have a conversation. And I said to you when you came up here, without cursing, and I slip up and still do it. Explain what you're saying as a man, and then we move on. Because at the end of the day, it really don't matter. But if you dropping jewels and you talking junk, back it up. Don't just start talking reckless, because what that really mean? People listening. I'm saying shit that's real every time I speak. So you can say you did shit, fine. What you did is all what I asked you. Anybody know people or travel places to look at things, what businesses you did or things like that. If you 40 years old, if not, then we can move on. It's nothing to talk about. You don't got to rant about all the other stuff that had nothing to do with the question. I was telling you stuff I did and where my example came from in reference to the hip hop and where I come from. Me and El used to take the train and walk through Queensbridge to go and play in the gym. Tell me some stories about Cali where you did stuff like that, because I'm sure you did. Everything I say is not a shot, bro. Everything I say don't have to be taken personal. That's what I'm trying to say to you, because it may come across, but it's just like how you taking it. It's still a conversation. I ain't disrespecting you, bro. So at the end of the day, on this panel, do me a favor. I'll let you up. We're going to be able to have a conversation so people that listen can hear both sides, and we'll move on. We don't got to even stay on topics like this about things because I don't be up here trying to double down and keep talking about all the stuff that I do. I'm still doing stuff that I don't talk about. So it ain't about that. But when you come up here and you talk like that, back it up or let's move on. You still peoples, bro. It ain't personal. And go ahead, you got the microphone, brother. It seems like when you people get mad, they get personal when they can't say things else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up anyway. Pope, give me
ahead, Pope.
You from the West Coast, so tell me something about your Lakers real quick before we get out of here.
Before we go,
Listen, man, you already know how I feel. As long as LeBron James is over there, them niggas we ain't winning no chips. So they did all of that. They win.
Roster, they ain't got a chance.
See, this is why I never.
Last time that I checked, my nigga, they play basketball, correct? How many people you can have on the floor at one time? 5. So this ain't football. You can't have 11 niggas out there. So you got all these players, really all role players, and you really think about it even deeper than that, they all castaways. Christian Wood, castaway. Jackson Hayes, castaway. Karen Reddish, castaway. Don't nobody want them niggas. So it's like you signed Gabe Vincent, but what did he really do in the regular season? He had a miracle carpet ride in the playoffs. But what did he do in a regular season during 82 games? He wasn't that hot. He wasn't that dope. So we'll see what he can do, even though he is a Cali nigga, though. For real. He born and raised in Cali. So he might show up because his peoples is there and really show out. We'll see. But when it comes down in the playoffs, you only play a 7 to 8 man rotation anyway. So is it good for them to sustain through the regular season? Maybe have them in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th seed instead of a play-in type of seed? Yes, they didn't got better than that. But in the play games, and James and AD is still the superstars. No other superstars. So it's going to be the same results.
All right, well, there y'all have it from a Cali person. We'll pick up our conversation, talk about the Knicks on Friday or over the weekend.
Hold on. I want to say one more thing before we leave. Shout out to the whole chat, man. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Ron was in here. Shout out J Bull for coming, Pope for pulling up to the panel. Shout out Bae, she got up out of here. She ain't want to hear us no more. Shout out Fulio was in the building. King Ribby. Who else? I want to forget nobody. Mega. Shy Powers. B.I. Everybody that was in the chat. Yo, Pope, it's all love, man. Come back, man. We be back on again Friday.
Yeah.
It's all love, bro. Nice seeing
you. All right, man.
You.
We'll talk about
likewise, man. Likewise.
You already know, man.
The B.E.T. Awards, likes, dislikes, this, that, and the third. So, we see y'all guys over the weekend. Friday or over the weekend. Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Shit's definitely real, boy. Yeah. Trying to get this loot anyway. Hey, yo, Queens get the money, long time no cash.
I have given it much thought. It seems disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men. We must expand, get more pupils, so that the knowledge will spread.
To the Bulls foul. No. Anthony for 3. Bang! Finds Barrett. Get a shot up. This is for the win.
We gotta lay cool. We tired of being cool, man.